I think most people ignore. Deadlines are the best thing since sliced bread.
Yeah.
You know, it's like when you create a deadline, you actually can deliver on what you need to do. So there's a saying that's called work expands to the time allowed for it. Work expands to the time allowed for it. So if I say, make a video in 10 weeks, you will work every single day for 10 weeks to make one video. But if I say, make a video in 1 week, you will make the same video in 1 week. But I gave you 10% of the time.
Yeah.
So that's why I think everything in life must have a deadline, or else you will just not be efficient. And as you can tell, there is a deadline to my life. This is the deadline to my life. I'm 41% done with my life. I have this much left. And so before this deadline...
I haven't realized that I'm 41% as well.
You're also 41%.
That's scary, man.
So now that you know this deadline, what are you going to do with your life before you die?
Yeah, it's really interesting. What's your relationship with that in that sense?
Death?
Yeah.
Death.
Like, do you think about it? Is it a motivation? It's a final deadline.
I think at this point, like, if I die, I wouldn't be sad.
Okay.
I just feel like 31 years were amazing. Like I've done enough.
It was a good life. You will pat yourself on the back and
it's a great life. You've done. It's good. It's good. Overall, B+.
Yeah.
So if I die, it's fine.
Yeah.
I would be sad because I think the next 31 years we can do so much more. But honestly, if my life ended at 31 years, I wouldn't be depressed about it.
Yeah, it would be a good life, but the opportunity cost will still be high because...
Yeah. I hope somebody, I'm not like... I hope somebody like... So the reason I'm building a company is because when I die, I hope somebody else can become the CEO and then continue the mission.
Yeah.
So I want NAS Daily to continue. I want NAS.io to blow up. I want NAS Academy to continue after I die. So the whole... Really, I wish to build a 50 or 100-year business. And to do that, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of hard work.
What would you think, or what would you say is the next step for that to happen? Because I think in a business and to make it like scalable or to make it like replicable, you need to recognize the patterns, but to make the business live. Even when you're dead, you need to define a set of values that can be transmitted to the next generation and the next.
You're exactly right. Culture is the most important thing. So one, you have to have a very strong culture in the business. This is NAS Daily culture. This is not NAS Daily culture. So that's number one. Number two is you need to hire people that agree with this culture. So you need to have a chief operating officer, a COO, a CFO, a CMO. You need to have leadership in the company so that when you're down, they can fill in for you. Okay? That's it. And if you can just build that system, you can build a forever company. That's cool. You can live forever.
Yeah. That's an interesting way of seeing a company, because there's this really famous book called The Denial of Death. You know this book?
The Denial of Death.
Yeah, The Denial of Death.
The Denial of Death, no.
Yeah, which is this book of this guy called Ernest Becker, who says that the human being is the only living creature alive that knows that he's going to die.
Wow.
and realizes the implication of that realization. If you ask a dog, hey, do you know you're gonna die? The dog probably doesn't know, and if he knows that he's gonna die, his conclusion would be that the whole world will stop existing. But us as human beings, we know that we're not the world, and when we die, the world is going to keep on turning.
That's interesting.
So that realization has the potential of turning us into neurotics or producing neurosis in ourselves. So the solution that this guy proposes in the book is that we need to fool ourselves. We need to deny the existence of death. And this guy proposes 3 ways of denying death. The first is religion, where they send you where they sell you this narrative of life that if you fulfill the steps, you're gonna have eternal life, and you solve the problem. The second one is love, in a sense that you're gonna die, but you eventually gonna continue living, or your seed is gonna continue living through your family. Yeah. And the third is art. The artist has this dream that you're gonna die, but the world, or that you would live through your work, not your work.
Oh, I love that actually.
So it's a way of denying.
So
death.
which one of how do you deny death then? In which way?
Yeah, I think I would gravitate to my work, definitely.
To your work.
Yeah.
So do you have any aspirations to build a family?
Yeah, probably. It's not something that I think about often, and it's not something that I'm sure, but I don't deny it totally.
Yeah.
But yeah, probably. Do you want to have family?
I think I want to deny death through family and art.
Yeah, I find that to be my two forms of denial.
That's actually an interesting way to look at it. I didn't think about it like that way before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you were you like religious when you were young?
I was because I had to be, but because everybody around me was.
Yeah.
But now, unfortunately, I'm not.